Black Pixie back with another Black Pixie moment. And I came across this Bloomberg video from 3 years ago that talked about Tavis Smiley and the fact that he says Black America lost ground under Obama. I don't see how he can say that. Where was Black America when Obama became president? What ground did we have? They were being gunned down and killed in the street then. Because when Obama got elected as president, all of a sudden I start seeing these videos of black men surrounded by a black man being surrounded by about 6 or 8 police officers, gunned down in the road, moving around, whining, crying, like a... It reminds me back in the day when an animal would get hit by a car when I was a child. And I would see this animal wiggling around in the road, wounded, can't get out of the way of cars, being steady hit by other cars. That don't stop. That didn't stop. This is the first time I ever seen that. And it was right after Obama got elected. And then next thing I know, I'm seeing videos after videos after videos after videos of black men just being shot by police and just laying in the street while they stand around watching them as if it's some wounded animal to see if it's gonna get up and attack or something. That was very surprising to me. I'm like, and this is the book he wrote. He finished this book before Obama got elected president. So these things did not happen because Obama became president. This was exposed to our psyche after Obama was elected president. Now, there are people that, see, this was going on in different eras of America. People know this, but those of us who is not in that space, we don't experience that. And for Obama to come on the scene, and this is what we're seeing, so I'm going to associate this with Obama. I can't associate that with Obama. I'm just sitting there observing it. It's just being this one. I'm observing that out. It's like I'm a child coming up. I didn't talk or whatever. I just observe things because I like, this is what's happening in the world. I'm in this earth. Why am I here? What am I doing here? So I'm just observing the world all through school and everything, Just observing, trying to figure out what's going on, why I'm here, what am I supposed to be doing. So it's like that when I started seeing this going on with these black men. It's women now. They're doing women now. You're seeing that happen to women now, but I wasn't seeing that happen to my women back then. It was just men. Let the man in Walmart in the toy section. Cops just come running in and they gun him down. The man is in the toy section. Why would he have to be gunned down like a dog? Then as he gets shot, I guess he's trying to drag us, and the cops just standing around just watching this man do this. I'm like, okay, this is stuff that's being exposed. This is not something that, Obama president, bam, 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 bam. This been going on. I can say it probably got worse under Obama because it just become more prevalent. You seeing all these videos. Michael Brown wasn't didn't get exposed as Obama came on the scene. Michael Brown was gunned down after Obama was president. So we see this stuff happening. We see these things happening. These people just get children, black men just getting gunned down, gunned down, gunned down. Police of 6 to 8, 10, they come in and they are running to the target. It's like a video. It's like the video I watched these children grow up on since the 80s, watching these videos up until now. That's what this looks like to me. But I've been on my spiritual journey since 2017. And other things are just being exposed. I'm seeing these things. But they're just there. What am I to do with it? It's just knowledge. Now, what am I to do with all this knowledge? As all my life, it's just knowledge. I put it there. And it's not that it goes in the back of my head, I forget it, and then when I need it, it comes forward. It's not like it's that way. It's like it's there. It never leaves me. I'm always seeing it. I'm functioning in this way. I'm learning, still figuring out how to go through life based on what I've seen. But this is what I'm seeing. But this is what I'm doing. But this is just me on the path through life. And information over here is what I'm watching to figure out how to walk this path in life on this earth. And all of this over here is going on. So it's not that it's just going to the back memory somewhere. No, it's just there. And as I'm on the path, it's just over here I'm watching to see how I'm supposed to walk this earth. And over here I'm seeing what is actually happening on this earth. Beliefs, things that are our belief system and how we grow up, and the fact that all of this is happening on this earth. You seeing all of this. What is all of this about? Why is all of this here? When I'm walking that path, trying to figure out, why I'm here on this earth. And I'm over here watching what's going on over here, what people doing over here as well. Maybe I'm supposed to do like this, and that's literally about what I do. That's what I've been doing all my life. But now, I'm at this point here. Tavis Smiley booked The Covenant with Black America. And he says, Black America lost ground under Obama. Now, I remember when Obama became president, Steve Harvey put him on blast in the most roasted way ever. And he going on, all of a sudden he going on this poor people tour, out there trying to help poor people. My thing is, it's like what's going on now with ADOS and Tariq Nasheed and this Talib guy and Boris Barkin and now Claude Anderson. It's what Tavis did when Obama became president is what I'm seeing, that these four gentlemen and all these other ones that are working their own whatever is doing to slow down or not support what ADOS is doing. This crazy fight on Twitter with Tariq Nasheed and this other guy, especially Tariq, in this Twitter fight with Yvette and Tone, those who's supposed to. I put notifications on so I can see what Breaking Brown, Yvette, and Tone Talk is doing. And I don't know if I had the notification for Tariq or not, but I did a few of these things so I can just see, because I always see in her live about what's going on Twitter. So I decided, well, I was never a Twitter person, but to get connected to Twitter and know what is going on Twitter, I follow and had because I don't have all kind of notifications coming, because I don't like all the notifications coming. Do I want to see it? I'll go in there and look at it. But I had Yvette tone notification comes to my phone as they tweet. And this Twitter fight with I did not do notification for Tyreek because I don't follow Tyreek. But I have a but because I don't want his come to mind. Because I know what he say because Yvette will respond and retweet what he says. So that way I know what he says. So I like to stay focused. I don't like a whole bunch of information because I need to stay focused so I can get a full understanding of what is happening. And now I got that understanding. And then when Yvette did her live, I'm watching all this in the live and how, especially, and Claude Anderson got exactly what he deserved. Yvette was on point with Claude. It's like Yvette said, I'm 59 years old. And I never heard of Claude Anderson until Boyce Watkins. I never heard of this man. So if this man been doing all this work, there is a huge part of Black America that never heard of this man. This man is the solid generation with my mama. My daddy died 3 years ago. My mama's still here. They're the solid generation. My mom is that young solid generation. Just like I am the young baby boomer, meaning I was born the last 5 years of the baby boomers. The baby boomers supposedly ending in 60, which is the year I was born, but you give it 5 more years, so the baby boomer years closed in 1965. And my mama born in that last 5 years of the solid generation also, so that makes her a solid generation. The young woman, because they got like two, like Claude Akins is 85. He's that solid generation, period. And then my mama, she's like 78. So she's within the last 5 years of the solid generation. So, but she can connect to me and my baby boomer side, kind of, sort of, a little bit. No, not really, because she tried, but she couldn't. Because I remember when my mama tried to get into computers, and I saw her doing that. It was when they had that DOS, whatever thing. When I saw her doing that, she was into it. She's a computer person, and I looked at that. I said, computers. But I could never get into it because think of the MS-DOS and all of that. To me, that was too primitive. I'm like, no, I'm going to get into a computer, but I can't see getting into it that way with mama and all of it, the floppy disk and all of that. That's what my mama was doing. So when she tried to transition over, when the computer came in 95, when I got my computer, when I got my very first desktop computer, my mama tried to come on to that, but it was really hard for her. She really couldn't get into it, I guess, whatever. But me seeing her do that, I was into it. I went back and tried to show her a little bit, but she got a little bit of it, so she kind of knowing me. She tried to do the touch tone phone now, but she don't went back to the flip phone, the touch button, all of that, because that's where she is. But me, I understand all of that as far as my silent generation mother, and I also understand the part of my Gen X husband. So I'm in the middle of the three, and I understand it. And I also understand in front of me the millennials, because I did research on the millennials, because I need to know where the millennials going to be. I said, because this millennials is going to leave us baby boomers behind. And I said, I will not be left behind. So I did research, studied the millennials, went to school, took these classes with these millennials, and therefore I understand the millennials. Now you got the Gen Z children. These crystal children, now we got them. I understand. I'm already to the point where I understand what they are, and I get that. So I'm rounded. I'm an indigo, 1960 indigo child. I was born 1960 indigo, and they say only a few of us came in, and I was one of those that came in. So I'm on it, man, because the millennials are the majority of the indigo children. I just fit right in. I can get with millennial children right now and fit in without even a problem. And then I'm also see these teenagers. I'm connecting with the teenagers. The teenagers find me fascinating. They are just watching me. That's because I went back to my genuineness, who I was as a child, and couldn't really be who I was as a child. So I just stayed dormant and just watch everything on the side of me. Okay, I'm gonna need to do this if I'm gonna move. If I'm gonna move forward in life, not be stuck in this spot here. For example, not be stuck under a table in first grade, scared, not knowing what to do first day of school. Instead of being that little girl, I'm gonna have to do what I see everybody over here doing, so I can move forward on this path, trying to figure out why I'm here, as well as see all of this going on and keep it to me, and just keep watching. This is what's going on. Why do people act this way? None of this makes any sense. Why do adults lie? Why do adults fight? Why do adults do this thing? Why do people gotta work and do all of this? Why do white people live this way? Why do black people live this way? Why do white people think about black people? All this stuff that, as a child on my path in life, seeing all of this, but just wondering about it. I'm like, what? But over here, you better look over here, because this person, you need to figure out what you need to do. You can't just stay here. You gotta work. I could never work. Couldn't get hired for whatever reason. But I did work a little bit. Then the MS hit 2009, and now got these serious vertical and balance issues now. But anyway, with all that I said, just give you a little bit of where I am in life, and why this Tavis Smiley blog that Bloomberg did. I think he interviewed him. I didn't look at it. It's like 7 minutes, 32 minutes long, and I hadn't looked at it. I might listen to some of it, but my thing is the title: Black America Lost Ground under Obama. He may have some valid things, so what he said may have some validity to it. I don't know. But let me make sure. Okay, make sure that I'm still recording everything I cut off and I don't know it. But anyway, I just don't get it. Black America lost ground. I knew where we was when Obama became president. And I don't know where we lost the ground, because because I didn't see where we were moving anywhere. Where were we going? I didn't just see my personal life, in my space in life. I didn't see Black America going nowhere. I see people around me. You got certain black people that live well, that got a good job. You got certain black people that just doing the best they can, and then you got the poorest of the poorest. Yes, I see all of that. So where's America going now? Black America going? Tavis Smiley. Now Tavis Smiley done been defamed by PBS because he did not fulfill. His time was there. He did what he was supposed to do. Try to distract Black America from Obama. Because my thing is, if Black America came as a whole, as ADOS is doing right now, coming together, Black agenda, no vote, reparation, and this thing with Afro-Semitism. I get what he's saying about reparation being at the bottom. And so he seemed to have serious issues with Yvette and Atone for not putting reparations at the top. Afro-Senator, Claude Anderson, all of these other people that been pushing forward to get reparations for black people. And this one lady, she wrote a book. I look at that book, and this one black lady, she put forth on how she got shut down. All of them since her up until Martin Luther King, all these civil rights people coming forward, trying to move Black America forward. Claude Anderson, in his space, got to a certain point. His book ends at 2005. But he want to come out here and try to tell ADOS, we don't know what we doing. Man, you've gotten as far as you could. You are a silent generation. Now, when Cornel West is a silent generation. He had a goal. He was just like Tavis Smiley against Obama. But what did Cornel West do? He embraced ADOS. He embraced them. And Yvette and Tone allowed him to come to the conference, ADOS conference, 2019, and to come out there and just be himself. That's who he was coming up. He did what he could. Now, we in a new day. We in a new era. Since 2012, we in a new era where people think differently. Armageddon, World War III, none of these things came about because people got a new way of thinking. They don't want war. They're tired of doing things the old way. It's not working. It didn't work. It never worked. Therefore, now we in a new day doing. ADOS came 2017. 2016. 2017. When we were in Yvette chat. And all of us came about with the ADOS. You know, talking about the sentence of slavery. All of this stuff they say. Yvette talking negative about everything. She always talks so negative. Like I said, all of that negative talk she talked about got us to this point. Why are we in this situation? Why Black America, or some of Black America is moving forward, but it's not good for all of Black America. And the majority of Black Americans that are moving forward, they are all Black immigrants of America. And they claim we hate them. Nobody hates no. These Black American immigrants come over here, call us stupid, tell us dumb, tell us read a book, tell us we are not intelligent. How you gonna come in an ADOS face and tell us all these things and then get mad when we push back? No. We are not, ADOS is not the victim on the schoolyard that's always running from the bully. We see the bully, we take off running. We're not running nowhere. We standing our ground. We're not fighting back, but we standing our ground. You come tell me this, okay, I'm ADOS. I know that's not true, so I'm not going to believe you. Hi everybody, Black Pixie back with another Black Pixie moment. I got cut off. My daughter called me. We got some legal things we trying to get accomplished. It's on its way. So anyway, I was talking about I forgot where I left off, where I was cut off at. Yeah, I think it was Claude Anderson. But anyway, started with Claude Anderson. They was pushing Black America to a point. Claude Anderson did what he could. Tavis Smiley wrote his book doing what they could. All of them doing what they could, but they only got Black America to a point. And they got them to that point. Even Pharaoh said that. Pharaoh, all of those got Obama. He president. Now this is where Black America is. And the fact that Tavis Smiley says Black America lost ground under Obama. With all of this going on in the world, it must be Tavis Smiley, those Black America that lost ground. Because there were Black America out here that wasn't getting no ground. They were just in a battlefield. Just fighting to survive, basically. So, now, they got Obama forward. Obama went his 8 years. But did that Black America that Tavis Smiley speaks about, that lost ground, did that Black America came forward and supported Obama in the midterm election? No, they did not. But you're going to blame Obama for not gaining in the ground. The man is president. Now, these people that got, when these white president in office, whoever put them there, they make sure that they got something to work with. White America did not make sure, even though a lot of both of them did not make sure Obama had something to work with. But they make sure when their two-term president got something to work with, they either got the House or they got the Senate. Obama had the Senate and not the House, like Trump got the Senate and not the House, and this crazy impeachment thing going on. The second term election, the midterm, Trump kept the Senate. He lost the House, but he still kept the Senate. However it was. Obama didn't get that. So when you say Black America lost ground on Obama, yes, they lost ground when Black America did not come forward. And I don't blame a certain sector of Black America for that, because me being a part of that sector knows nothing about no midterm elections. Didn't know the importance of it. And I hadn't voted since Carter and Reagan. Because of what I saw back then. And to me, it just wasn't right. Conceptually, in my understanding, it wasn't right. So I sit back from and just watch these elections, and didn't want to care that, just do whatever, care about no news, no election, and then get back to a point where now it's time for me to watch the news again and see the election, see what's going on as Obama come on the scene. So, and then with that 9/11 wake up, got me watching news too. But anyway, let's see if we can hear a little bit about what this, because it's only like 7 minutes, a little bit about what this Black America lost ground that Tabby Smiley is talking about in his book.
This week while we were traveling in Iowa, we spoke to Smiley about what's changed over the last decade. As Martin Luther King Day approaches on Monday, we started by talking about what areas, if any, are better for Black America now than they were before Barack Obama took office.
I'm sad to report.
Now, this is an interview from 3 years ago. 3 years ago. My thing is, did this Black America that Tabby Smiley is talking about, did they come together? Did they move Obama forward? No. They put him in quicksand that had him sinking. When Black America, and I'm talking to Black America that Tabby Smiley is talking about, because there's a part of Black America that stuck in the battleground fighting for their lives with no weapons. Probably just some wits and hiding in some foxholes. So, let's see what he has to say. And he already started off sad to say, as if we had a funeral. Oh my God.
That in every single leading economic category, Black America has lost ground over the last decade. In every major economic category, we've lost ground. So this book comes out, as you said, in 2006. So clearly, this book was out before Obama shows up to win in 2008. So the book was never about Barack Obama then. This 10-year update is not about him now. But it is true that over these last 10 years, most of that on his watch, Black America has lost ground in the major economic indicator categories.
What accounts for the fact that...
Look here now. That's what makes no sense. Because see, this is why I started... that's why I just back away from elections after the Carter-Reagan thing. Because it was just something about it was just not right. What is about it not right? I don't know. It's just something about it's not right. So I'm just like, okay, I'm not going to be giving my votes for the next... I think I was out of school 35 years. I'm not going to be giving my votes for the next 35 years to be where we are. My votes was not going to have us here because that made no sense to me. So now, from there to now, I see it, I understand it. Now, make sure I'm still recording. Now, he up here, as he giving a eulogy at a funeral. And he said his book was 2 years before Obama became president, so it's not about Obama. And then where we were for the last 10 years. it's not about Obama. But we can see under Obama where black America this and that. How can you put the two together? You need to discuss where your book is then and where it is now, instead of using Obama. That's the thing. Their black agenda to push forward in a certain way, which is a comparison of what Claude Anderson been doing. But I don't see Claude Anderson up there using Obama as the reason black America not moving forward. Let's move on and see what more he has to say.
That's so little progress, or indeed the backsliding. What accounts for that going on?
Backsliding? I don't think we backslide any. I think we just simply got stuck when black America didn't keep forging forward. The black America who are Tavis Smiley, Tariq Nasheed, Ty Lee, Claude Anderson, Boyce Barkin, the conscious community, all of these conscious people, all of these activists, civil rights people, all of these people, and I'm talking about the one with resources to do what it is they're doing. Did this black America came forward and made sure Obama had the resources, at least had the Senate, to do what he needed to do. If Obama had the House, when it come to the Senate, he could have vetoed whatever he needed to get whatever done. He had the Senate, and they took the Senate away. I'm like, you going to give the man the Senate? He took the first 2 years trying to get something done. And then you say, and instead of letting him keep the Senate, or at least get the House or whatever, you say, okay, I'm going to take the Senate away from you, and now let's see what you can do with nothing. Dangling over a bridge in thin air. Let's see what you can do with that. What Obama do? He pulled out a parachute called LGBTQ. He pulled out a parachute called DACA to keep floating until the end of his second term. That's what he did. Did black America come in and gave him something to land on? No. They took the Senate and the House and said, now let's see what you do with that. Okay, black America. Anyway, let's move it on. When I say black America, I mean in black America with resources like Tavis Smiley, like those people. Not black America, like the majority of us out here on the battlefield, ducking, running, grabbing over here, eating, grabbing over here, living in foxholes, doing what we need to do to keep forging forward. We need not be gaining no ground, but we moving. We not standing still, just ducking. But we doing what it take to move forward. Oh, I got a couple of inches forward this time. I'm still here. Anyway, let's move on about this. See what more this man has to say.
Under the leadership of the first African American president, how do we explain that?
Yeah, I think there are a few things. And to your question, how do we explain it? I don't know. I think the historians are going to have a very difficult time trying to juxtapose how, in the era of the first black president, the bottom fell out for black America. That's going to be a hard juxtaposition to make. I hope to be around to read what
the bottom fell out for black America. The bottom didn't fall out for black America. Black America was always at the bottom. How the bottom fall out the bottom? You can't get no farther than the bottom. We're already on the bottom. The bottom fell out for black America before Obama became president. And when something just come to mind, Clinton got all of these welfare mothers offer food stamp, but offer welfare by this workforce thing that they got. You get in the work program, get off of welfare, and you still get some food stamp, you know, to kind of support you. That's the exact same thing I see Trump doing. The exact same thing Clinton did. When I was in college, my economic teacher, wherever he was, we had like a little project, and we had to explain how did Clinton solve the deficit problem. And I wrote a paper on what I saw back then. Like I say, I wasn't a part of that welfare thing. Even though I got on welfare, I got a job, got offered, just plain like that. I was never on welfare long periods of time. Then I got married. Then stay at home mom, whatever. But and I got an A on this. And my teacher said, that's a thought. Because apparently, he never thought of that. But, and I think I still got that. I think I still got that on a junk drive someplace that summary I put together of how I think how I think Clinton fixed the deficit. How he did that. And I explained in detail how he did it. And what Trump just stopped this food stamp thing. These 6,000 people off a food stamp. You got to be in a work program to get food stamp. And I understand it to a certain point. Because my son, every time he loses a job, get in a bad place, he get food stamps. And then he can eat and get back and do what he need to do. But when he applied for the food stamp, this time the paperwork came here. He got to be in a work program. So I let him know the paperwork come. He when I asked him about it, he said, that don't make no sense. He said, whenever I get in a jam, when I get the food stamp, and then he get a good paying job or whatever, because he keeps falling down. Which is that battlefield he's in that battlefield doing what he need to do to survive. And then now he don't have that food stamp. Now, he can buy food and eat and whatever, wherever he at, he can at least trib it to whoever he is staying with at the moment, beans. This here is his home, his mailing address, all his mail come here. But being basically a homeless person out there in the street, trying to make it on his own and do what he need to do. Get a good job, and then he can't really keep it, because you know how the workforce, this is why I can never be a part of the workforce. Because that crap they got on the workforce makes no sense to me. And I was like, okay, something ain't right about this. So the universe set it up when I'm married. I don't got to deal with the workforce. I only had to deal with it for 8 months in my whole 59 years of life on the workforce, because it ain't been for me. I'm a entrepreneur, business person. Just retail sell things. How you make money. So back to this. With all of that said, that's the exact same thing Trump is doing right now. And I think Trump is using Clinton's template to help get all of these people that's on the 6,000 people that's on welfare, that's on not welfare but food stamp. See, Clinton did it with welfare. Trump using that same template to do it for food stamp. Okay? You're not getting no welfare check. They're going to these single mothers with these your baby daddies that ain't no baby daddy, just sperm donors. So these are young girls gotta have something to survive, so they get a little bit of that and the food stamp. But now these right here, on that battlefield that my son is a part of, he's using that template to get all of these black men, and a majority of black men are one that's on food stamp. I'm getting my food stamp. My son ain't never said that, but I'll get my food stamp. Yeah, he get his food stamp. Literally, I see black men, these sperm donor baby daddies, worry about food stamp. Worry about single mother's food stamp. Why you worry about her food? I actually tell her, I said, why you worry about her food stamp? Well, they my food. How do your food stamp? Just because you dating this woman, you take the food stamp card and tell the kids what they gonna get off of their mama food stamp. I'm like, that's why I don't have no problem with the way Trump did things. And when my son was affected by it, And I said, well, okay, let's see how he gonna function through this. The boy got better. Literally doing better without the food stamp. See, for some reason I got this sense that my kids, and I just called him one day. I said, I was see what he doing, and he said, well, I'm at the bus station, no, and I'm trying to get this. I'm not trying to get the town or whatever. I said, you need any money? He like, he said, yeah, well, you can spell. So I like to send him. He don't really ask for no particular amount, so I sent him $20. He said, well, you can send $25. He get the bus ticket. So I sent him $25 to get the bus ticket. Then he never got on the bus and got here. I ain't called him or whatever. Then come to find out, he said Christmas Eve, the buses didn't run Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. So he was stuck. And my daughter's always trying to help him. They get in a little dumb argument with him. But you know, I'm watching the argument go down in the little group chat thing, that family chat thing we got. And I'm watching it go down. And he said, I'm glad we having this in the family group. You know, we can talk this out. The same old. I throw my little party in there and whatever. They come out. And missiles come at me. It don't matter. I don't care. Thank you for letting me know that now so we can get to here. With all of that said, then he calls me and said, well, and asked me if I could send him the rest of the $15 to get the bus ticket to finally get home. I sent him $20. I don't know why. It's just that if you need more than that, I'm talking figured out. But I just stuck in a 20 mode. If you need less, I'm gonna give him a 20. Sometimes I just give him just that. That way I'm unpredictable. Like you said, well, I'm gonna ask her for this because she can always do this. Anyway, so I sent him the 20. He didn't send him, so I take him. I said, is she in town? Come on. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. That was that. Now, he work what he do, make a little bit of money here, this little bit of money here. Do what we need to do. It's about out there making that money, doing this little odd job, and that's what he doing. Without the food stamp. And the thing is, family support. As dysfunctional family may be, still, family need to be, especially black family need to be in a way where you need to stop looking at people as a deadbeat, always eating off you this, offer you this and that. That's what family is for. It's six in this family. Me and my husband and 4 kids. And then their children, I think it's 7 of them, 1 on the way. Gonna be 8. That's our little tribe right there. Whatever fall down to the side, we gotta come in wherever we come in to support. To make sure people don't fall, don't get blow up on a mind. And then we got to come out there and got to put the pieces back together so to get them out of jail or all kind of unnecessary stuff that happened because the system is rigged to make it happen. Anyway, with all of that said, that's that minefield out there that I'm talking about, that black America that this Tavis Smiley is not a part of. He's a part of that black America that should have supported Obama, made sure Obama had something. Made sure Obama had either the Senate or made sure Obama had the House. They took the Senate and said, now let's see what you're going to do with nothing. And then you say, black America lost ground. Your black America lost ground. That part out there, that black America out there with some resources to do what you, Tavis, are doing, Claude doing, Boys doing, Tariq doing, for their black America. While the black America back here on the minefield, on the battlefield, survival. A lot of them, die, get missing, whatever things happen to them on the battlefield. All of that is happening. But there's still some survival. Because you got to keep moving. You can't just stand there and wait on the bombs to hit you. You got to keep moving. But anyway, with all of that said, back to Trump using the same template as Clinton to get people off of food stamp. And I see a lot of these immigrants that are not here legally and had no intention of being legal, but to just have open borders and be here, wants to get the food stamp. Like my son. He ain't get it. He figured, well, They need to figure their way out. And Black America, it's not our responsibility to feel sorry for them or help them. Like what's going on in Mississippi with that Coke, with the Coke chicken plant in Mississippi. All those 600 something immigrants who are not legally here lost their job, and this one 21-year-old boy feel bad for them. He feel like he stole it. Boy, please, you ain't stole nothing. Look at the porch that you sitting on. You in the battlefield part of that, and you worrying about these people over here. You ain't stole nothing. They displaced black men. Now black men are getting jobs because they got to fill these black. They're not going to stop all of these chicken from coming to these millions and millions and billions of households. They're not going to stop that chicken, so they're going to hire these black men, and they'll be hired. And then you got, and I agree what Afro Senator had to say about black women. That black woman at 17 years, and she worried about about her Hispanic friends who lost their jobs. It was never your job. So, bottom line, Black America is now moving forward. The fact that these black men in Mississippi get jobs that they couldn't get. They had to get job making $7 an hour. This dude said he got a $4 raise. He making $14 an hour. So you know what kind of pay he was making? It is what it is. Now let's listen to some more of this shenanigan that
account is for why they think that happened. But my research in this text suggests a few things in no particular order. Number one, there was too much deference to the president by black people. We got so caught up in the symbolism that we didn't press hard enough on the substance. And so symbolism does matter. I just think substance matters as well. And so there was too much deference.
So who did the difference? Who got into the symbolism? Oh, so now you blaming this on the Black America that's on the battlefield, moving forward and surviving without any resources to win the fight. Why? We saw that symbolism. Maybe that Black America that he's in saw that symbolism. Cause he said we. He's definitely not talking about this, the one out here. Because they've been struggling before Obama, and they continue to struggle after Obama. So they didn't lose no ground. I just think they just didn't gain any. But they're still gaining a little bit of ground because under Obama, because they did the best they can. But they mostly got stuck because even the resources that they had, which would be something like being able to hide in a foxhole or figuring out where the mines are and jumping past them, to the moving the mind, to the moving that ability to sense the mines that are there and blowing up the foxhole, that are uncovering the foxholes that they're hiding in and exposing them. Now they're exposed to things. Now they gotta look around and figure out how to go. And then you figuring out, oh, we do it this way, do it that way in the minefield. That's what happened on Obama. But this your thing about all of this is what happened. No, what happened is this Black America with the resources like Tabitha Smiley did not make sure Obama had at least the Senate or the House. So what did Obama do? He pulled a rabbit out there, pulled a rabbit out his hat, rabbit out the bag, bam, boom, DACA. Bam, boom, LGBTQ. Why? Because the Black America that got him there, along with the Black America that did not understand midterm election, didn't get together and push him forward. That is what happened. That's why boat sank. Because not everybody in the boat is working to keep the boat afloat. You got some sitting back whining and complaining, like Tabitha Smiley. You got some sitting back, don't know what to do, still trying to figure it out. So, don't that figure it out? They find something they find something to hold on until they find their way out. And usually they find their way out on their own, or they'll see somebody will come and kind of help that one or help that one. A person who say, I find an opening over here. So they go over there. So y'all can follow me. And a few, I ain't going there. You know what you're talking about. They follow that person, then they get out. Oh, where they come at? Oh, they probably die. I wasn't so. Anyway, that's that battlefield that majority of black America is on in comparison to this black America that got resources. Saying this is why black America lost ground. Anyway, let's move on.
Part to the president on the part of black people. Black leaders were sidelined and silenced too often in favor of an invitation to the White House. And so more could have been done in terms of pressing an agenda. You look at the gay and lesbian community, look at the environmental movement. Of course, Wall Street gets everything they want, but look at what other communities gained over the last decade, and look how black America wasn't just stagnant, but indeed lost ground over the last 10 years, in part one, because we were too deferential. Number two, clearly there was indifference. There's no doubt about the fact that this president received the kind of headwind that no president has ever received. There was clearly obstructionism, so that's a factor as well. But the third factor, I think, I would put as a question. I think, again, historians will debate this for years to come. Did Barack Obama not get enough done on black issues because he was obstructed, or did he not try hard enough? Did he not do enough? And I think the answer...
People say that, and as we watch Obama 8 years, we can say that what happened, that he was obstructed, because we actually see with our own eyes, if you're watching the news, what was said and what was going on. And then basically in the news, you see what they want you to see, mainstream. But if you're watching black American news, they call that alternative news, which is basically us black people out there reporting what we actually see is happening at the time and just exposing it and sharing it. Then everybody gets confused because it's a whole lot of information. But everybody's eyes is open now. They realize you being fed a narrative. You be fed a narrative. And if you sit there and just believe that these people, what they say is true, even though what you see makes absolute, what you see is direct opposite of what these people are telling you. But you say, well, okay, because of this, that they must be right, and I just misunderstand it wrong. No, that's not how it works. So we can say that. But then again, would that happen had black America on the battlefield, along with black America with resources, had got together and keep the headwind he claimed that he said Obama had, keep the headwind pushing forward for black America. Now let's see why he claimed that didn't happen.
So it's clearly both. We'll see whether historians come down on that. But this book, again, is not about him per se. It's about where black America is 10 years after that text. And again, it's just not a happy report. There are pockets of progress, but across the board, we've regressed.
Now, so I want to ask you about the president. I know you said the book's not about him, but think of him not as the president, but as someone who cares passionately about the same issues you're...
He said the book is not about Obama. So why are you talking about Obama? Talk about your book when you begin to write it and where we are today. But we taken away from the understanding. I don't understand nothing about this man's book, because the full focal point is about Obama and where we are not, where we didn't move forward, where we lost ground, where we regress and all of this. The narrative is Obama had 8 years. 10 years later, this is where black America are. And for the most part, both is to blame. This and this and that. But we ain't getting no understanding on your book. I don't know if he even realized that At least with Claude Anderson, we understand everything about what he put in his book to this point. You don't hear Obama, there's all this negativity about Obama 8 years into where his book is today. At least Tabitha Smiley book continued to be written up to 2017. But Claude Anderson book ended in 2005. Now he come back out to try to educate us, and I appreciate that because I never heard of this man before then. But now he on this thing with Tariq and Boyce to discredit ADOS, to say we don't know what we doing. We got farther than he got. ADOS is a talking point. They may not be saying ADOS, because that would give us all kind of, that would credit us, that would give us that value that many don't want ADOS to have. Because ADOS is not listening to you no more. We've been listening to you, or more so like me, sitting back, just watching this scene, everything go down, and seeing if we gonna get anywhere. And we got nowhere. So once we at this point, 2017, ADOS stop melding together. Okay, we got all of this information these years, and now we got Claude Anderson years. We come in and got Afro-Synergy years, how the DOS, all of this come forward. And like Yvette said, Solid Generation got all the information. He 85 years old. He got everything from when his mother, I guess, was slavery and all of that. He got her information, her understanding and knowledge from that, just like I got my parents. He got theirs, and he got his 85 years. That's a lot. But now he got to this point, and they want to put him out front to have Yvette attack him when she's not attacking him. You can't come out and tell us we backwards. ADOS is not putting up with the name called. You're stupid. You need to read a book. You're completely unintelligent. Now we are backwards. How are we backwards? The way you do things now is you got to evolve. You got to move according to the way things are going. Because if you move in this way and you see what happened, then you got to slow down and take a look. Oh, okay, I see where this is going. That's how Tariq got exposed. Him and his Talib that's how they got exposed. They did this thing, and then ADOS sit back. Okay, now where is this going? Oh, okay. It's time to stop. It's a warning. Stop. And go the other way. That's what happened with Tariq. And this Tariq guy, when they did this thing about the guy wants to take ADOS and be ADOS leader. We don't need a leader. We our own leaders. I'm the leader of my understanding of no black agenda, no black vote, no reparations in the form of reparations that's going to move black America forward. No black vote. Just as simple as that. The check was just the punching tool to punch through. And that got us into mainstream. There are different tools you got to use. Let's say, like, one example. You got nails. You trying to nail this down to secure it. But every time you hit the nail, and you go to hit it again, the nail don't move. So when you hit it, the nail don't move to the other side. And then, okay, you hit the nail again. What the nail do? You go to hit it again and move another place. How am I going to nail this down if the nail keep moving? You follow the nail. When you hit the nail, whatever, then you pay attention to where that nail going. And you're going to hit that nail where it at until it's down. That's how I see ADOS doing things. We're not sitting here striking that nail that stay where it's supposed to be. Which in the old way of thinking, that's what you do. But since 2012, people think differently. The millennials don't think the way the baby boomers think. And they definitely don't think the way the silent generation think. And me being an indigo baby boomer, I understand the way the millennials think. Some of these things that they do, I'm like, okay, that's a millennial thing. Oh, okay. Why I say, oh, the millennial? Okay, why you say it that way now? Oh, okay. Okay. That's what I do. Children, grandma, nah. Okay, why? Oh, okay. That's all it is. And some baby boomers are moving forward with that. Pharaoh is one of them. Pharaoh was 63. He's like 3 years older than me. He's 63. He stood back and he said, okay, Black Pig said, oh, I finna go research this. Because I'm in these people live chats. Just putting the information out as it's coming to me. I'm just seeing it and I'm just putting it out there and he see it. But like he said, he did not see this a Supreme Court thing coming out. They've been out there a while. Now he see it. So the thing is, the tools, you can't sit there and expect the nail to stay where you put it. You got to hammer that nail wherever it is. If the nail jump all the way over there, you got to go over there where that nail is and hit it. Boom, you got that nail. You go to hit it again, it doesn't move. But that's just how it makes sense to me. But let's see a little bit. I ain't know if I'm listening to all of this because this is 7 minutes, but let's see a little bit more that Tavis has to say.
Talking about, do you think when he reads your book, I'm assuming he will, that he'll agree with your conclusions, or do you think he'll take issue with them and see his legacy in a different way?
Well, that's a good question, Mark. I think, number one, it's hard to argue with the data. This is not a book that I wrote and espouse my particular point of view. There'll be plenty of books written about whether Barack Obama measured up or didn't measure up where black issues were concerned. I just saw a book come across my desk the other day. It's The Black Presidency by Michael Eric Dyson is out in Black History Month in February. That's the first of many. I might even write one myself. Who knows about what he did or didn't do vis-a-vis black issues. But this book, again, is about the issues. And so I think when he reads it, to answer your question, Mark, if he wants to argue with the data, then so be it. But this book is data-based. Indiana University, the School of Public and Environmental Affairs, the academics there, the professors there.
He say Obama want to argue with the data. What in the world? The data in his book that got absolutely nothing to do with Obama got to do with Obama arguing the data. The book got nothing to do with him. So if it got nothing to do with Obama, 8 years has nothing to do with the data. Oh, his presidency, his legacy is based on the data that's in his book that got nothing to do with Obama. Come on. Make it make sense.
Who are trained in these disciplines wrote the book. They wrote the research, did the research rather, and wrote these 10 updated chapter segments on where we are 10 years later. So you can argue with me, but I'm not the guy who pulled the data. You can argue with the data, and I think you're not going to be very successful at that.
Give me your sense of whether the Black Lives Matter movement matters. Is that going to be an Occupy Wall Street that kind of flares up and then disappears, leaving no real trace, or is that, you think, going to be something that could be significant in the short, medium, and long term?
One of the issues that we can make progress on in this election year and beyond, in a bipartisan way, I might add, is criminal justice reform. As you both know, you study these issues as much as I do. In Washington, there is already talk and there's communication, there's bipartisan consensus already on some meaningful criminal justice reforms, which I look forward to. And I think that can happen if we demand that all voters in this election season. That's something that we can see a bipartisan progress on. To your question specifically about Black Lives Matter, they deserve great credit. They deserve great credit for the agenda that they have raised, for the issues they put on that agenda. And I think that movements are very rare. I'm always careful to declare something a movement. It starts with, how might I put this, a moment. A moment builds momentum, and out of momentum, you can get a movement. But movements are very, very rare in our society. But it starts with momentum, and then movement. They've made a significant impact on the conversation in this country. Whether or not it's a sustainable movement, we shall see. But I am so heartened by these young people who understand that after living lives for however long they've been living, so many young people here, but this generation has been politically marginalized, they've been economically exploited, they've been socially manipulated, and I'm glad to see that they are finally straightening their backs up. If I can quote Dr. King and Malcolm X and a few others, a man can only ride your back when it's bent. Once you straighten your back up, something has to happen. These young folk are straightening up their backs, and I think their impact is going to be not just appreciable, but lasting.
We don't know who the next president's going to be. It's not that.
So with all that said, for the Black Lives Matter go, the Black Lives Matter really didn't go anywhere. I think he right about it just being a moment. I don't think it was never a movement, because Black Lives Matter never got us anywhere. Only thing Black Lives Matter got Black America was to get, basically what they did was expose what was happening to Black America. The Black America that's on a battlefield with no resources, in comparison to the Black America with resources, like Tavis Smiley. So that Black America on the battlefield with no significant resources, Black Lives Matter brought all of that to the attention of the mainstream. Even though the mainstream, it didn't really get anywhere in the mainstream, because the only thing they did was got up there, oh, they said the pig's in a blanket. Oh, the cops out there laughing, saying this, oh, this is what they say. Why would the cops get out there and agree to have this little song? And then that's a mistake the Panthers had back in the day, with the movement back in the day, saying this about the police and all of that, and then using that to slow down that movement. So Black Lives Matter was never a significant movement that really got anywhere. But what it did do was brought attention to Black America on the battlefield with limited resources. And you got a few Black America with some resources doing what they can on their end to try to help those on that battlefield. The Black America that's on that battlefield. So that's how I see Black Lives Matter. Right now, Black Lives Matter have died down. And people want to say ADOS is going to the way of the Black Lives Matter. And the fact that Yvette and Tone, and not so much Tone, but Yvette, and Tone is having this Twitter fight with Talib, loving this old black people guy, and Tariq and Boyce. With this Twitter fight that they got going on, it is to draw attention away from ADOS. And that's all what they are doing. But that fight, they're gonna lose that fight, because you are fighting with one individual of the ADOS lineage, the ADOS political movement. You're fighting one individual, and that one individual is not the entire ADOS movement. She is one important, integral part member of it. And it's not a members club you pay money to get into. You just like your mom and daddy had 10 kids. You did not pay a membership fee to be a child in that family. And the same with ADOS. You were born into the ADOS family. You were born there. You got that DNA. You got the DNA, all of that information down from the ancestors up to now that lets you know who you are. And if you are ADOS, you will know that just like a baby born knowing who the mother is. And a grown adult, you always know who your mama is. ADOS know who they are through the lineage. You cannot tell somebody this is what slavery is. You cannot tell somebody born into the conditions of slavery and still living it. You cannot tell them read a book and find out what slavery is, what happened. No, we know what happened. It comes down through the lineage, word of mouth, yeah, and reading and history as these people put it out and put it on YouTube, because now we get to see it ourselves and learn it. We don't gotta go read no history book. All we gotta do is read the articles that they find in these people's basement, and we know who we are. And put it on social media, and those of us get to learn it. What we want to learn and what's coming to us, because everybody gonna learn something different, and that's how we gonna move forward. Let's say you got like 5:55. Okay, change.
Likely to be an African American after 8 years of Barack Obama.
You got that
Where
right.
does Black America go from here?
Yeah.
Where does Les Ben Carson surprises us all?
Yeah.
So just in an open-ended way,
yeah.
Where does Black America go from here?
As we approach the King holiday, John, that is the penultimate question. King wrote a book called Where Do We Go From Here? And that is still the question all these years later. I think it starts with recognizing again what the data tell us. I'm so over people like Donald Trump who speak off the cuff and have no regard for facts, have no regard for real data. So we have to start by paying attention to what the data is telling us. And the data, again, is telling us that Black America has lost ground in every major economic category over the last 10 years. And if we care about the sanctity...
My thing is, did Trump say anything about the data? The only thing I had Trump say was, African American, what do you have to lose? That's all I heard that Trump say. I ain't heard Trump say nothing else about Black America. 2019, he's saying plenty about Black America. And we like, okay, what you talking about, Trump? Now we like, okay, you getting black men out of jail? Less black women going to jail? Immigrants are being, Israel is removing immigrants not legal from these jobs, and black women and black men. Oh, okay, that's opportunity to get a job. People see that, oh, it's not right, they lost their job, I feel bad. Not. Perfect example. My landlord got in a real bad accident, almost killed himself, ended up killing somebody else, and almost killed himself. Therefore, my husband's uncle, married to his aunt, was looking for a job, and he still got that job to this day. And this happened like 20-some years ago. He was trying to get a job out there, but he couldn't really get the job. So, me and my husband told him, I said, well, you know, my landlord was just in a car accident. He ain't going back to work no time soon. I said, because it was severe. And I said, that job is open, because he used to drive truck for the chicken company in our town. And see, those immigrants don't get away with that in our town. You bring them in by the bus load, we call ICE on you. Okay. And they done been moved out of these plants every time. So black people, most of the part in my town, they ain't paying a lot. But they at least able to work and eat. And it's not that we don't like these people. It's that I gotta eat too. So when you coming in, displacing all of us, they tried that in South Carolina. That ain't work. In Mississippi, they finally figured it out. Like I tell them, they say, well, how y'all do that? Yeah, you figured out how you do that. Anyway, back to my landlord. My landlord got in this hurricane. So when we told him, go out there and ask about that job, I said, because I'm telling you, this thing literally just happened. I mean, it like literally just happened the day before. He was in an accident over the weekend. And we telling him this, must be that Sunday. It happened that Friday or Saturday or Sunday. He said, ask about that job. He talk about, well, he say, what I got to do with that thing? They can say, well, the man just getting in the accident, you asking about his job. Well, he ain't coming back to it. I'm telling you. It took that man a whole year just to go through therapy. You know, to get where he can walk and stuff like that. He went out there, asked for the job, and the people looked at him. How do you know about this job? Got the job, retired from that job. And that, we've been married 28 years. So that happened at least 28 years ago. When me and my husband first got married. Because I was still living. I was still living in his trailer. It was his grandmother's trailer, and when his grandmother died, he rented it out to me when I was a single mother. And then me and my husband got married, and then we bought our own home a year or so later. So that's how that went down. And this is the same scenario with Black America on the battlefield. Resources are being dropped. Yeah. Hispanics that are not legal are losing their jobs. I can't feed my family. Neither are the black men that are being displaced. Like they say, these black women are happy that their black men have jobs and can contribute to the family. That's what ADOS come in at. Okay. We ain't about get rid of Trump. We about, while Trump fighting, arguing with Democrats. Fighting, arguing with Hispanics that are not legal, Guatemalans, Spanish speaking that are not legal, all of these people that are not legal, and saying they gotta go. Now, open walls. I won't say that walls should be put up to keep them out, because if they all want to come over and live all over the planet, I guess we got to have love and compassion for them. But if you are not legal, you should not come and get the job over Black America on the battlefield that are legal. You want to come over here, fine. Stay over here. But don't get mad at us because we going to get the job and you not. Oh, they got to feed their family too. So does Black America on the battlefield. And the black women have been helping their black men, and now these black men, world has been opened up. Jobs. The one black dude said, he said, if these people went to jail, that means there's a job. The thought that's come into his mind from the universe. So it's like my son said, the youngest one, not the one that going through whatever he doing. And that's an experience for him for a reason. My youngest son, he like, it's sad. He put on Facebook, it's sad. You got to take the heart out of it to get anywhere in life. And now where he is. Get the way he need to be, because he stopped trying to help people, worrying about those that choose to be where they are and haven't seen the light yet. You see the light. I suggest you go over there and get that job. And that's what that dude in Mississippi did. Went over there and got that job. He's 21 years old. He went from making $7 and something an hour to making $14 an hour. Getting the 4 is the magic number. $4 raise. My son went from getting fired losing $4, take that job and keep that job long enough to get another job and got that $4. Not only did he stay where he was when he lost that $4 added to that. So 4 is the magic number for 2020. 4 is the magic number. Anyway, everything multiplied by 4. He was making he was making more than $20 an hour, but he was making $20 some an hour. You took $4 from that. That leaves $16 an hour. Lose that job, took $4 from that. That leave 16 take away for that leave $12 an hour. Found another job, got $4 back. Now he's back at $16 an hour. Got this new job, got another $4. Now he's at $20 and some change an hour. And he had 2 jobs on the table. Okay, I'm back. Got cut off again. I looked down and noticed and didn't realize my screen went black. But anyway, I don't know where I got cut off at, but I was saying 4 is the magic number. Everything is divided. Everything is multiplied by 4 or divided by 4. And I go back to the part with the guy, with the 21-year-old got the job at the Mississippi plant, the coke plant in Mississippi. He saw that all of these immigrants, 600 or some, were arrested. He said, if these people at this plant are arrested, that mean there's a job. He went there, got hired same day, got $4. Got a $4 raise. He said he was making $7 an hour. So 7 times 4 is what? $11 an hour. So at this plant here, I think he said he's making 14 an hour. So now he go from 7 to 11, and then 11 plus 4, it'll be 15. But he says he's at 14 an hour. So that $1 less in there, because we're not going with exacts. But anyway, 4 times 4 was the number. Sometimes people say they get a certain amount of hour and they be getting almost 15. But anyway, with that said, 4 times 4 times 4. 4 is the magic number. And everybody, and let's see, going back to the son, with him losing a job and losing $4 an hour every time, and then he get another job and lost another $4. Then he get another job, get that $4 back, get another job, get a $4 back, and now in this last job, which he had 2 jobs to choose from, one 30 cents more an hour than the other one, get that $4 back. Now he back over $20 an hour, when he went from over $20 an hour and fell to like 14, and then kept getting fired, having to find new jobs, adjusting, getting through the system because of the stuff that constantly be happening. You got to get to this retrograde you got to be getting through. So with all of that said, all of that is that battlefield that a sector of Black America is on, with all of that I was describing. But then you got this your Black America with resources. Yeah, the Black America that's on that battlefield, these resources are coming. And it's time for Black America to wake up. And the black men, jobs, the resources are coming to the field. They're seeing as these immigrants are being removed from the jobs, all you got to do is just go out there. It's like this thing, they got this issue with Blueface, throwing all this money at homeless people on Skid Row. They saying how that look like, and I get what Young Pharaoh say about that, but after I listened to Young Pharaoh, he got to the same understanding I got to. This man did what he could do. Because it's illegal to feed homeless people. It's illegal to give people money. So what he do? Go out there and throw it out in the street. Let's say, all that money out there fell off the back of a bus. It's illegal to pick the money up out the street and fall out the back of a bus. But you want people to turn their money in or go to jail. What he do? Stand on the top of a bus and threw thousands of dollars in the street. And these people are not running around grabbing it like hungry little birds. No, they're just out there. But they had one little white guy out there. I don't know what he do. He running back and forth like he don't know what to do. There's a bunch of black people out here just reaching down, picking the money up. They're not acting like crazy hungry people. They're picking the money up. You run around like you don't know what to do. So, with all that said, it's just something. It's just, so, if that example right there, resources are coming down to the black American when the black field that had no resources. The resources that black America that Tavis Smiley knows is a part of that have resources. How do we come together and push forward? Should have got together, and I'm summing up from the beginning, should have got together and gave Obama something, the Senate or the House, in the midterm elections after his first 2 years, instead of taking it and saying, now let's see what you can do with nothing. What he do? Pull out a parachute. LGBTQ. DACA. And Obama continued to float and do and basically while black America just sitting there looking at him floating, talking about they stagnant, talking about they regress, talking about let's see, yeah, talk about they lost ground. Okay, all of that may be so, but that data that Tavis Smiley talking about, what does that have to do with Obama? Nothing to do with Obama. That data was there before Obama. Because you started writing your book before Obama became president. It's just that as you wrote the book, and you said it got nothing to do with Obama, but when did you publish this book? I'm pretty sure the last chapter of the book included Obama. Anyway, that's, okay, wait a minute.
And the humanity and the dignity of those lives, and for that matter, all lives in this country, we got to take these issues seriously. Why do I say all lives? Because these issues may be black America's problem, but they're white America's burden. And I believe when you make black America better, you make all of America better. So where we head is to the facts, to the data first, to see what they tell us, and then to start making demands. As I said earlier in this conversation, we did
stop making demands. That's exactly what ADOS is doing. Exactly what ADOS is doing. Make sure I'm still recording. ADOS, and Tony is the data man. He got all that data. And what is he on that data? And now, Vet and all of us who resonate with the lineage, ADOS lineage, take that data and we demanded something. Now this is the data. Black agenda, no vote. Reparation, no black agenda, no vote. No reparation, no vote. People got issue with Trump. But the bottom line is, why should we get mad, hate, go out of our way, concentrate on voting out a man that ain't doing nothing to us? Like you say, he doing what's best for his white America. I mean, basically doing what's best for rich America, period. That America that literally helps Tavis Smiley as that black America with resources. What Trump doing helps them. Because he's about making America great again. For those wealthy ones that came over here, when they first came over here, George Washington and all of those came over here. That's what he's trying to get back to. They were wealthy and everybody else is whatever. But now the wealthy is beginning to suffer with the poor because they want one group. It's either rich or on the battlefield poor. That's the America they're looking for. And apparently, that ain't working out so well for them.
Not make enough demands over the last 10 years. Other communities did. You have not because you ask not. To the victor goes the spoils. You can't be.
And how you just sit there and say, you ask not, so you have not? What makes you think Black America didn't ask? Black America asked. Black America voted, got Obama there. They asked. Black Lives Matter came together. They asked. But you asking for people to stop brutalizing and killing you. Are you asking for resources? Are you asking for reparations? They wasn't asking for none of that because they didn't know to ask for it. So, at the end of Obama, ADOS realized as we started melding together, you said we didn't ask for nothing, okay. Reparations, a black agenda, legislation that put Black America on that battlefield in a position to thrive with resources that the Black America that Tavis Smiley is a part of already getting. That's all the Black America on the battlefield asking for, which is majority. ADOS at the worst bottom of it, but still surviving. Because you don't give it up. But anyway, we got like
the most loyal constituency of this or any president and not see some progress made during that tenure. So let's start with the facts and then let's start making some demands. You got to agitate if you want the system to do anything for you.
Okay, that was the end of that.
Looking menacingly at a white woman.
He said, agitate. As ADOS, I don't see agitate as a tool that's going to help. But what I do see is no black agenda, no black vote. No reparations, no black vote. No resources, no black vote. No legislations to make sure that Black America, the Black America on the battlefield, get at least what they pull their bootstrap up to have a better life, get to enjoy. Instead of, oh, God, you're doing pretty good over there. Let me come over there and take that away. I need you to continue to struggle. I don't need you to pull yourself up by your bootstrap and start doing better.